wherever you are tuning in from. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm your host for the evening, Sister Anne, from the local congregation of Machinao, and we have a very special show for you tonight. But before we mention the topic for the week, I do want to introduce my crew member here with me this evening, with starting with Brother RY.
Thank you, Sister Anne, and hello, everyone. I am Brother John from the local congregation of Saipan, and also I will be helping our beautiful host, Sister Anne, in today's broadcast. Also, I'll be reading your comments, so please be active on our comments down there.
Yes, thank you, Brother RY, for that introduction, and to all of our crew members behind the scenes this evening. Now it's finally time to share with all of you the topic for the week, which is how to elevate and enhance your personal brand, which I believe is a very timely topic, especially since we are starting a new year. So, what more of a perfect way to kickstart the year with reflecting on how we can better ourselves in different aspects of our lives? So, without further ado, I would like to also finally introduce our guest for the evening. It is her first time here on INCRadio, so let's all give her a warm welcome. Sister Angie, can you please give us a little background about yourself, like your work, your duties, and even some hobbies that you would like to share with everyone?
Hello, everyone. Good evening, everyone. I am Angie Mel Arceles. I am from the local of Mangilao, and I am a choir member, a secretary, and also the lead for the CWS choir. I work at a military facility as an office worker, and I'm glad to be here. I'm so excited.
Yes, thank you, Sister Angie. We really appreciate you being here. So, thank you so much for being here. And I'm excited to start this conversation with each other because if we think about it, we're constantly marketing ourselves and our personal brand wherever we go, right? I'm excited also to talk about this topic because I feel like there's a lot of things that we can all learn from one another, most especially since I know each and every one of us has our own strengths and weaknesses. So I'm going to start off by asking Sister Angie, as we begin 2025, what is it that you would like to work on within yourself for this new year?
When I learned the topic for tonight, I love it. Because for me,
Yes.
I would like to, like it's 2025, you have to, this is a new year, you have to have a new start. So, but then for me, it's still like the cliche things that we used to talk about. For
Mm-hmm.
me, I will always focus on myself because last year, I didn't feel like I focus on myself because
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do anything. Like for
Oh.
me, I mean, I did some, but I think it's not enough. So for me, I will really focus on my goals. I will really focus on my health and wellness, my whole
Mm-hmm.
being, and maybe like do some exercise that can help me and can like I'll build a routine for myself and also like read books that can inspire me, can motivate me in my everyday lives. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna start my year like that.
Yes, I agree with you, Sister Angie. I think I can relate to you in how last year I feel like, what did I do? Like, I really want to be disciplined this year, as the same as you. So, I think also we all know that personal branding is an essential part of life, right? And each year I feel like there's always room for improvement and something new that we want to enhance about ourselves, to help us become better people. So, I love how you also mentioned that there's a lot of self improvement, right? And I think setting clear goals for yourself is really helpful in that. And I was actually talking to one of our crew members recently, and we had this really deep conversation, and it really made me reflect on how important it is to be self aware that we are not perfect individuals, right? It's good to kind of take a step back and check yourself, like, because as much as we try to avoid making mistakes, that's what makes us human, right? um, it really humbles us and helps us improve in what we are lacking. And even though we are so flawed in many ways, but isn't it so nice that each day we are given the privilege to have a brand new start, or we have the chance to become better each day. It's not just for the new year, but every day that we wake up, we're given a chance. How can I be better today than I was yesterday, right? So I do also want to ask one of our crew members the same question. So Brother Arway, what is it that you would like to improve within yourself for this year?
You know what, Ate, I really agree on the conversations you have with Ate Angie earlier because like,
Mm-hmm.
self-improvement and self-care is also important, especially in this new year because I know last year was really hectic, there's so much problems, you encounter different struggles, but look, we're here in INCRadio talking to each other, but like
Yes.
I feel like I feel like I realized that those problems really set back us on what our goals last year. For
Yeah.
example, like, it's so funny that ironic that I am part of the INCRadio Micronesia and one of
Mm-hmm.
my fear is, public speaking. And it's just so
Yes.
funny that but sometimes you will realize that actually um that oh actually I'm helping myself, like I'm improving
Mm-hmm.
myself, especially this year. That's also my goal this year, to improve my public speaking, especially because I wanted to give authentic conversation, especially with our team I've got,
Yes.
especially today. So I feel like also, the patience and resilience that we had last year, I hope that I can improve this year because, as like us, we have offices in the church. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
balancing up my life, personal life, and being an officer will help me to improve, especially myself this year.
Yes, I completely agree with you, Brother Arway, and I can relate to you in that way because, um, for myself, I always mention this on IC Radio, but I never saw myself as being someone who public speaks, or I'm not really good at articulating words well. So I I think what you said is true, that our fears and our anxieties, they really stop us from doing what is that we are really capable of doing. So I think that we're more than capable of doing more than we realized, right? And for myself, I know that there's a lot of things that I need to work on personally as well, especially when facing problems, like what you mentioned, Brother RY, like when we face problems, right? But something that I always keep in mind are quotes that are actually from people who inspire me. I'm not going to directly quote it, but it goes along as like, they say something like, when they lay in the ocean and they feel how vast and big the ocean is, or when you're like flying on a plane and you kind of look and see like how small everything looks, right? Or another thing that kind of connects to that is also like looking at the stars, right? And it makes you feel like the problems that you have, they become insignificant, right? Not saying that there are our problems are not valid, right? But it makes you just really, it reminds yourself that our problems aren't as big as we think they are. And I think that's a good mindset to have, right? So I think also, when it comes to personal branding, I feel like having these change mindsets can really do so much for us, right? We don't realize it, but what we think, we become it, right? Our thoughts become our core values and what we stand for in life. So, kind of connecting to that, I want to talk to Sister Angie again. Uh, Connecting to that, what do you believe are, um, or like, how does your core values shape who you are and your decisions or actions in life?
Okay. So for me, I believe that my core values as a member of the Church of Christ and as a Filipino shaped me to becoming myself right now. Like it has shaped me to become the Angie right now that you are looking at. In
Yeah.
life, we have whys and hows. Like last year, a lot of there was a lot of things that went to my mind. Like, why am I doing this? How can I work on this? Like, how
Mm-hmm.
will I do this? That's why it questioned my capabilities and the pressure that we have because as we age, sometimes we do have like our desired time frames, but
Mm-hmm.
that is really wrong. Like a lot of
Yeah.
people, like not all people needs to have this time frames because we have
Mm-hmm.
our own time and we have our own phase. So it helped me to believe in what God can really do for us and having resilience and positive outlook in life. Like we just have to pray. We just have to have faith in God that He will help us and have gratitude on everything that comes in our way. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's my core values. Like I really believe
Yes.
in that.
Yes, I love the way you explain that. I think you explained it perfectly because I think we put a lot of pressure on ourselves, especially when you think there's supposed to be a direct timeline on what you need to do or when you had to have something done at this age, right? So I love how I think it's also good that it's good that we see what we have right now and we don't look at, oh, what do we not have, because sometimes when we look at other people's lives we're like, oh, I wish that could happen to me now, like why is things not working out, or like we I think sometimes we kind of are our biggest critics, right? We think, oh, like, am I even doing anything right? Or I think that's something that we shouldn't put into our minds. So also connecting to our core values are who we are, and it defines us. So I feel like it does everything for us as people, and is kind of like the guide or the blueprint on the decisions that we make in life, as well as our actions, right? So if we don't do something that aligns with our values, it kind of gives us a less of sense of fulfillment, or like a less of sense of well-being. And when we look at the world, everyone has their own unique values, and they hold for themselves, right? But as members, we do commonly have the same core values, like what you mentioned, Sister Angie, and um, that's what makes us highlights of this world, right? So that's what makes us different. So Sister Angie, like, as one of the youth inside the church, what do you believe are your unique strengths and makes you stand out from others, especially as highlights of this world?
You know, it's so funny because I was thinking of like the word authentic. Like I need
Yeah.
to become authentic to myself. I need to
Yeah.
be who I am. But because like this times, like sometimes I am a people pleaser. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to say like I am authentic to myself. But for now, because I just moved here to Guam, I think my unique strengths and what makes me stand out is like maybe adaptability to the environment that where am I right now. Because I remember like moving here to Guam, I prayed to our Almighty God like give me friends that can help me, or even the church like they are very welcoming to me. So
Yeah.
that's maybe it helped also for me to be adaptable to my environment. And also like I'm so dedicated for growth. like
Yeah.
um like I welcome challenges. Sometimes I
Yeah.
cry.
Oh,
Sometimes I'm like, oh, I cannot
but
do
that's
that.
good. That's good.
Yes, right?
It's
But
healthy.
then
Yes.
like it's gonna help you to become dedicated for growth, for development. That will
Mm-hmm.
help you to become like yourself right now and to
Yeah.
stand out from the others.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing that, Sister Angie. I like how you mentioned that you're a people pleaser, but I believe what makes you stand out for me, I think what makes you stand out is that you are a very bubbly person and you're so welcoming and easy to talk to, which makes people comfortable around you. And I feel like that is such a strong attribute to have. So I feel like even though you might see that as a weakness, I think it's one of your strengths. So, I think just as much as reflecting on our own mistakes and flaws is, I think it's just as important to take note of what our unique strengths are, right? Because that is what we can use that to utilize in enhancing our presence and how we carry ourselves in the world, right? So I also want to ask, how about you, brother RY? Because I know you are someone who also has unique qualities. So what do you believe makes you stand out from others?
You know what, Ate? I will give some insight from Ate Angie because I agree with you. She's a bubbly and nice person talaga.
Yes, right.
Before, when I came, because I came from Rora, Ate, so when I'm a new member in Saipan before, I remember she is so nice, and the thing that always stand out for me is she always called us bunsoan. And I feel like it's
Yeah,
just
she's
like
so
she's just like a mom
motherly.
to us. She's so nice. She's
Yeah.
like trust me, Ate. That really still in my heart. Like she called us bunsuan, and that really touched my heart. And also remember when I got injured, I got surgery on my knee. She always gave me advices before because she's also a therapist before. So give me advices on how can I work on my knee, how can I improve myself. So I feel like that's really what Sister Angie, that's her strength is
Yes.
to able to connect with other people so easily and so in a good way, in a good way also.
Mm-hmm.
But in
Yes.
my part, I feel like my strength are also like kind of like Sister Angie. I like to talk with other people, especially
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I wanted to talk to other people who's like I know, but sometimes it's so hard for me also to talk with others if I don't know them. Sometimes I'm shy, but I feel like
Mm-hmm.
having me to able to talk to others also helps me to gain my leadership goals also because I feel like
Mm-hmm.
having interacting with others helps me to gain that gain that confidence that I need to talk to
Yes.
others as well.
Yes, yes, I agree with you. And also, it's not just interacting with others, but also you can also learn things from them, also, right? It's not just we're limited to our own strengths. Like, I think that's why it's good to talk to other people and just build those relationships, also. So, thank you, Brother RY. I think those qualities make us different and are what shape who we are and define us. And I believe that being aware of those things helps us become more confident because we are confident in who we are and what we stand for. And I feel like as youth in the church, that's all the more important to remember when facing the world, especially when it comes to peer pressure, right, guys? Like, with others, we have different perspectives then. Sister Angie, I know that you're someone who was previously a teacher and works with different people who have different faiths from us. So why do you believe personal branding is so important, especially as Christians within the church? Sister Angie, I think you're muted.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. So I think personal branding is like being you to yourself. It is important because we are the reflections of the Church of Christ, and
Yes.
also we don't need to always follow the trends. You know what is hashtag trending for today or for this
Yes.
year, because sometimes those trends, it's not always like useful to you. It's not
Yeah.
gonna be good to you,
That's
so
so
that's why we have to be firm in our faith and continue the Christian way of living. Because I remember from Ka Julius' lecture last Wednesday, we are the lights of the world and we are also the salt of the world, because
true.
the world is getting darker, and we have to preserve all the kindness that the world has or still has.
Yes, thank you, Sister Angie. I couldn't agree with you more. I think that's true. And also, sometimes the trends that you see that are really happening, sometimes they can be harmful for you. So I think it's not always the best to always follow what the crowd is doing. And as we mentioned earlier, I think personal branding is what we stand for, and we represent who we are as members inside the church, like what you mentioned, Sister Angie. And it's true that improving and enhancing our personal brand not only helps us build better relationships with others and with ourselves, and even helps us in our career, but it also helps us remember what our purpose is in life. So I feel like that should always be true to our core values as Christians within the church, right, you guys? I'm gonna thank Sister Angie and also to our crew members for giving us such insightful answers that I hope everyone also takes with them as well. Also connecting to this topic for the evening, we are going to play a quick game. So, Kuya Tech, what time is it? Thank you, Kuya Tech. It is now game time, and the game is called Who Am I? And it's where the host will show various emojis to the guests, and they will guess what that phrase is within a specific time frame. And since we still have time, we won't put a timer on it, but we'll have Sister Angie guess what the emoji phrases are. I promise they're not that hard, so hopefully you can get some of these. If you need hints, we'll try to give it to you, okay? So the first one is, so there's an arrow, a two, a square, and a one. So what do you think this phrase means? I think you're muted, Angie.
Is it an arrow to your left or to my right? Or
um,
to the right? Or
I think I think for the phrase it doesn't matter, but I think it's going
arrow
towards
to
the right. Yes, yes,
what
yes.
is that? Arrow
The
to
hint, I'll give you a hint. It means like starting over or a kickstart to a new year.
going back to square one? Or going to
Yes,
square
yes,
one?
yes, 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 you got it. Kuya Tech said, Kuya Tech said, answer is tomorrow. But good try, Kuya Tech, good try. Our next one, okay, our next one is,
Apple? Is it an
okay,
apple?
yes,
Apple sun.
it's, I'll give you a hint.
An
It's
apple a
thing.
day keeps the doctors away.
Yes! Wow! Sister Angie is really good at this. Okay. Our next one is, okay, let's see if you can get it. We'll
What is
have
it?
this
Is it
be
like
our
this?
last. Yeah. Yes. So the girl is
What is
kind of
that?
saying stop. It's
Oh, okay. Stop crying over a glass of spilled milk. Or
yes! Yes, that's the phrase. Wow, I think okay, I
okay.
believe okay, we'll do one more. We'll do one more.
Okay.
Okay, this one.
You know,
Okay.
this was my because I was doing my training, and this is my
Oh,
teach back
oh really?
as
So
well. But it's not
you're
like the
not form
emoji. It's like the
oh,
phrases. Yeah. I
you're
was
not
like, wow, I'm
fortunate.
gonna be challenged today.
Yeah, this one is you're good at this, Angie. So what do you
One
think
blue
this one
moon.
is?
Once in a blue moon.
Yes! Oh my gosh. You're so good at this. Okay. We'll
Yay.
do one more since you're really good at this, and I think you're gonna get it. I think you're gonna get it.
What I, what is that? Plant? Seedling? Seedling?
It's a phrase of overcoming your struggles or what struggles help us do.
Oh my gosh. What is it? Oh, I'm having a hard time there.
It's okay. We can help you out. This grow is one of the words.
Grow, 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 grow. What is that? Grow, grow, grow.
grow. Grow's the
Oh,
first word, but it's okay if you don't have it. It's grow through what we grow through.
oh, this is go.
Yes, yes.
Ah,
It's like
okay, okay,
yes, but
okay.
it's okay because you got majority of it right. So
Thank you.
I yes, good job, Sister Angie. I believe that was our last phrase for our game this evening. So I want to thank our guests and also our crew members for playing along with us. I hope everyone viewing enjoyed as well. Now we want to see what all of you have been saying in the YouTube comments with Brother RY.
Thank you, Sister Anne, for that wonderful discussion and also the games. I hope that everyone, especially our guests and our team live chat, enjoy our mini game that we had earlier. So it's so fun to see new things and it's so fun to see people are being active in our comment section. So let's continue to stay tuned and keep the energy active. But speaking of active, Kuya Ted, please prepare for the materials later. For those who are new and first time coming in or tuning in INC Radio Micronesia and wants your comments or stories to be read by yours truly, this is how you can support us. Kuya Ted.
Hello, Team Live Chat! We love hearing from you, but we want to know, where are you tuning in from?
Have you heard about our hashtag challenge?
That's right! Don't forget to hashtag your local congregation in the comments down below.
Not only that, hashtag your CFO too.
And at the end of the show, find out who won our hashtag challenge.
Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the show.
Thank you, Kuya Ted, for that bumper. So I will be starting on reading our comments because there's so much been happening in our comment section. So at first we have our sister Glenna Serrano. She said, "Good evening, Micronesia, watching from the local congregation of Garapan." We also have our sister Erin Villegas. She said, "Good evening, poor brethren. Have a good show. INCRadio Micronesia. Hashtag Cobblerville and hashtag Book Club." Thank you, po, sister Erin. We also have our sister Randy Manalo Reyes. She's been active and early in our comment section. She said, "Half a day po and great topic. I'm excited for the discussion tonight." Also, Sister Randy, I hope you enjoy our discussion in our broadcast today. We also have our sister Charlene Faye Dinogan. She answered on our YouTube question, which is she said a convo someone said to Anne and I love being a member of the Church of Christ. We are so blessed because of this we're strong, and that makes me high, highlight this highlight in this world. That's actually really so true because I feel like what sister Angie, we're the light of this world. I feel like that makes us stand out as well in this world. Also, Caronic Lizardo, he said, "One highlight for me is the fulfillment I feel after I performing my duty, being used as an instrument of God and being joyful that I was able to please Him, to live each day with God." I feel like that's really so true, especially choir members. I feel like, especially when you're singing, you really can feel what you are singing. And also, we have some um assistant district minister. Karanik said, "Good evening to our district minister, Brother Joven Cipilio Jr., and family po, and to our assistant district minister, Brother Julius Malabana and family po, hashtag San Jose." We also have our sister from shout out from other district. We have Venice Yogina Haipa from the district of Davao Occidental po. We also have our sister Yang, greetings po, with love from Bulacan West po. We also have some um belated greetings from Brother Edward de la Cruz, a resident worker of Jigo po. We also have our sister Randy from the local congregation of Machana. Happy belated po. Also, our sister Anne, our main host. Happy belated birthday, Sister Anne. I hope you enjoy your birthday. Also, we have our advanced birthday, which is Brother Meneleo Dinogan, our resident minister of Machanao, Brother Louis Laxina, from the local of Machanao. We also have anniversaries, which is happy anniversary to Kuya Randy and Ate Arlene, one of our also hosts in Ansi Radio Micronesia. Congrats, Ate. We also have happy anniversary to Ka Tony and Ka Rose Andrada from the local congregation of Machanao. But that's all for now. Ate, you know what? I wish I have more time, but there's been so much. But I really love and happy to see everyone, especially commenting in our broadcast. But I hope to see you guys again next week, and I'm happy to see you again next week, Sister Anne.
Yeah. Yes, thank you, Brother RY. It's nice to see everyone's greetings in the YouTube comments. We will announce last week's hashtag winners and most supported brethren next week. So now we want to invite everyone to next week's broadcast, which will be on Saturday, January 18, 2025 at 10 p.m. tomorrow Standard Time. So we hope to see you all here again. Now let's have Brother RY conduct the end of the show greetings and thank yous.
Thank you, Sister Anne. We would like to say thank you to our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our Subsidy President, CEO, and CFO Coordinator, Brother Angelo Iranian Manalo, our District Minister, Brother Joven Cipillo Jr., our Assistant District Minister, Brother Julius Malabanan, our CFO Overseer, Brother Roger Manzanilla Jr., our DMA Advisor, Brother Rogers Villegas Jr. You also have our crew members here in Saipan, Sister Gwen, Bam and Jillian, and Brother Matt. We also have crew members in Guam, which is Sister Arlene, Anne, Faye, Avi, Maria, Marcel, Randy, and brother Randy, brother Michael, and brother Sean. And we'll also have more greetings with at Sister Anne.
Yes, thank you, Brother RY. And continuing with our greetings, we have our station manager, Brother Wally Taray, and our executive producer, Brother Emmanuel and Daya. So thank you po, and to everyone who has been constantly supporting us here on INC Radio. It is now time to close off our show for the evening. So I want to say good night, Micronesia. Coming up next is Florida Satellite Studio. Good night, everyone.